Hey everyone, it's Thomas here. Today, I want to talk about why I stopped watching Ali Abdaal, a content creator many of you, including myself, have admired for years. But recently, I found myself drifting away from his content. And I think it's important to share why. Not to criticize Ali personally, but to reflect on what it did to me. It's about the surprising twist my quest for productivity took, the impact it had on me, and the crucial lessons I learned. I'm here to share these insights with you, to help you navigate your own path with more ease and less pain. And yes, I'll also reveal the simple solution that turned everything around for me. Before we jump into the heart of today's topic, there's something I want to share with you all. What you're seeing on screen, this version of me talking to you, is actually powered by AI. That's right, I've been using an AI avatar of myself to make these videos. I want to be completely transparent about this. The thoughts, the voice, the content, it's all genuinely me. I've embraced AI to enhance my video production workflow, making it possible to bring more content to you, more efficiently. Why am I telling you this? Because just like in my journey with productivity and personal development, I believe in the power of leveraging technology to improve our lives. Now let's dive into why I've been rethinking my approach to productivity content, starting with my experiences following Ali Abdaal. Number 1. Overwhelmed by complexity. While I've always appreciated Ali's passion for sharing strategies to enhance clarity in life, my journey took a bit of an unexpected turn. His videos introduced me to a world of productivity exercises, drawing circles, engaging in the Wheel of Life exercises, diving into prompt-based questions, and exploring new frameworks and evidence-based methods for solving life's puzzles. Initially, I was captivated, eager to implement these techniques in my quest for solutions. The promise of ultimate productivity systems and life-changing frameworks was alluring. But here's the twist. The more I engaged with these exercises, the deeper into confusion I sank. Each new system introduced another layer of complexity to my life. Instead of finding clarity, I found myself questioning even more than before. It was as if the abundance of solutions only highlighted my uncertainties, making me ponder my choices and direction even more intensely. This isn't to say the strategies lack value. For many, they're incredibly effective. But for me, they led to an unexpected paradox. The pursuit of productivity and clarity became a source of confusion and self-doubt. It was a realization moment for me. Perhaps in the search for the perfect system, I lost sight of what I truly needed: simpler, more intuitive approaches to managing my life and goals. Number 2. Short-term clarity versus long-term confusion. While the productivity strategies and life hacks initially offered a sense of clarity, it was a fleeting feeling. What started as a beacon of direction soon turned into a fog of uncertainty. This clarity, I felt, wasn't sustainable. Over time, it evolved into a deeper confusion, a kind of paradox where the more I learned and applied, the less certain I became about my direction and choices. Number 3. Amplifying fear of missing out. FOMO. There's another layer to this journey, my growing fear of missing out, or FOMO. With each video, with every new idea explored, this feeling intensified. The emphasis on exploring every corner of possibility, on ensuring that you're making the most out of life, paradoxically increased my anxiety. It made me feel like I was constantly falling short, always on the brink of missing out on something crucial. And here's the thing about focusing too much on what you might be missing. You inevitably will find gaps. Life is vast, filled with endless paths and opportunities. It's impossible to explore every avenue without feeling some sense of loss for the roads not taken. This relentless pursuit of not missing out actually led me to miss out on the peace and satisfaction with where I am, with what I have achieved, and with the journey I'm on. It was a realization that sometimes, in trying to capture everything, we risk losing sight of the joy in the journey itself, the beauty in the paths we choose to explore, and the value of the moments we live, right here, right now. Number 4. Shifting focus from planning to action. There's a powerful saying that resonated with me deeply. You get what you focus on. Reflecting on my journey, I realized how my focus had inadvertently shifted towards procrastination, under the guise of productivity. The cycle was always the same. Watch another video, dive into another set of prompts about my life, thinking this was the preparatory step needed before taking real action. But this was a misstep. I discovered that the true path to satisfaction wasn't found in endless planning or consuming more content. It was in action. Real, tangible action. And sometimes, that means dedicating just 90 minutes of focused effort on a single task. That alone can be incredibly powerful. This realization was a turning point for me. It debunked the myth that more preparation, more knowledge always equates to better outcomes. Instead, it highlighted the value of simplicity and the power of doing. It taught me that action, even in its most straightforward form, is often the best productivity system there is. There's a unique satisfaction that comes from diving into a task, giving it your all, and seeing the results of your direct effort. This shift in perspective has been liberating. It's about breaking free from the cycle of procrastination disguised as productivity and embracing the effectiveness of focused action. No distractions, no overcomplications, just me and the task at hand. Number 5. The quest for simplicity. Let's talk about a realization that has been a game changer for me. It dawned on me that what I truly need isn't a complex array of systems and productivity hacks. Instead, it's one single straightforward approach to living and working. This epiphany might sound simple, but its implications are profound. I started to reflect on my life's most successful phases, those moments when achievements seemed to flow effortlessly. And here's the intriguing part. I realized I had lived this principle before without even knowing it. Years ago, before I dove into the sea of productivity strategies, I was living my life with a singular focus. I was making my dreams come true, diving into my passions without the constant noise of optimization and productivity hacks. It hit me that the system I thought I needed, I already had. It wasn't labeled, and it wasn't complicated. It was just my natural way of engaging with my passions and commitments, undiluted by the quest for an ultimate productivity system. Now, you might be wondering, what was that system? How did it work? Well, I'm going to dive into that in a second, but for now, let me say this. The solution to our productivity and fulfillment might be simpler than we think. It's about rediscovering the power of one. One focus, one passion, one step at a time. I'll get to the details in a second, but first. Number 6, the challenge of constant change. Now, let's talk about a significant hurdle I faced, dealing with the constant change in my state of mind and the world around me. I embarked on an ambitious quest to answer every possible question about every corner of my life, seeking total clarity. I thought this deep dive would take a couple of hours, but it stretched into weeks. Morning to night, one day to the next, my thoughts and feelings were in flux, never the same. And here's the catch. By the time I had penned down everything, mapped out every aspect of my life, I was overwhelmed. The landscape of my thoughts and plans was so vast, so detailed, that finding a starting point felt like searching for a needle in a haystack. This process brought me to a crucial realization. The only constant in life is change. Our world, our minds, our circumstances evolve continuously. Trying to capture every detail, to plan for every eventuality, is an exercise in futility. It dawned on me that it's a waste of time to try and document every desire, every goal, every facet of life in the pursuit of clarity, only to find those insights outdated almost as soon as they are recorded. This doesn't mean we shouldn't plan or seek understanding of our lives, but rather that we need to acknowledge the fluid nature of our existence. Embracing change, rather than trying to outmaneuver it, became a new focus for me. The lesson here? Simplify. Focus on what's truly important right now, understanding that it's okay for those priorities to shift. It's about being adaptive, not exhaustive, in our approach to life and productivity. This realization has been liberating. It's shifted how I approach each day, each project. Not by trying to predict and plan every detail, but by being present, flexible, and responsive to the ever-changing tapestry of life. Number 7, a simple, effective framework for clarity and action. After navigating through the complexities and the constant changes, I've landed on a simple yet incredibly effective framework that has reshaped my approach to goals and productivity. Here's what it looks like. First, take a moment to write down 3 key things: what you want to have, who you want to be, and what you want to do. This clarity of vision is your foundation. Next, pick one thing from your list that resonates deeply with you, something you can achieve in the next 6 to 12 months. It could be anything from finding a girlfriend to getting your first 1,000 YouTube subscribers, or even making peace with a family member. Remember, you can achieve everything you desire, but it's about focusing on one at a time. Make this your mission. This is not just a goal, it's your primary focus for the upcoming months. What's the first actionable step you can take towards this goal? Write it down, something achievable in 90 minutes. And here's the critical part: start now. If it's absolutely impossible to begin this moment, then make it your top priority tomorrow. This commitment is the catalyst for change. This method brings us to a vital realization: keep it simple and start doing. Overthinking can paralyze us, but by committing to a single 90-minute task towards our goal, we can end the day feeling truly accomplished. Happiness comes from setting and achieving goals, from seeing progress in our lives. But there's one more piece to the puzzle for making the most out of these 90-minute deep work sessions, which I'll share next. Now let me share a key aspect of my approach that's been a game changer for my productivity and happiness. It's all about how I structure each 90-minute session, a practice inspired by Shane Meloff, co-founder of Thrive Themes. For each session, I create a new note that answers 4 crucial questions. What am I working on? What's the goal for this session? How long do I plan to work on this task? And what's the most exciting thing about completing this session? Then, I set a timer and dive in. The focus is on the task at hand for at least 90 minutes. If I finish early, I stop. But if I'm in the flow and wish to continue beyond 90 minutes, I allow myself that flexibility. This structured approach has completely transformed my work life. It's made work super easy and enjoyable. Having total clarity on what I'm doing during each session leads to a profound sense of accomplishment and happiness. And here's something remarkable. Since adopting this method, even falling asleep has become easier. The satisfaction from knowing I've made meaningful progress each day eases my mind into restful sleep. While some days, I only complete one session, and that alone makes me more productive than 99% of people, there are days when I feel energized to tackle 2 or 3 sessions. It's not about the quantity, it's the quality and focus that count. This approach isn't just about getting things done, it's about doing them with intention and joy. It's a testament to the power of focused work and the peace that comes with clear, achievable goals. So, if you're looking to transform your work life, consider giving this method a try. It's simple, yet incredibly effective, and could very well be the key to unlocking a more productive, fulfilled, and happy life. Number 8. The complete 90-minute session strategy. There's one more critical step in my 90-minute session strategy that I must mention. It's about reflection, an aspect as crucial as the session itself. After each session, I take a few moments for a quick review. I ask myself, how did the session go? This isn't just about tracking time. It's about assessing the quality of my work and my focus during the session. I note down how long I worked and my thoughts on how the session unfolded. This reflection helps me understand what works well and what could be improved. It's a moment of honesty with myself about my productivity and the challenges I encountered. And I revisit one more question. What's the most exciting thing about this session? Reflecting on this after completing the work adds a layer of motivation and satisfaction. It's a reminder of why I chose this task and what I've achieved. This review process, though brief, is incredibly powerful. It closes each session with a sense of completion and accomplishment, no matter how big or small the task. It reassures me that progress has been made, which is a key driver of happiness and fulfillment. Adopting this complete approach to each 90-minute work session, preparing with intention, focusing deeply, and then reflecting on the accomplishments and learnings, has not just made me more productive. It's made me more present and appreciative of my efforts. It's a simple practice, but its impact on my work life and overall well-being has been profound. There's a practical aspect of my approach that I haven't mentioned yet, which further streamlines this entire process. All of these questions I've shared with you, they're saved in my digital notebook as a template. Every time I'm about to start a new 90-minute session, I don't have to start from scratch. I simply open my notebook, select the template with my preset questions, and fill it in for the current session. This small step saves time and keeps me focused on the task at hand. This method of preparation underscores the importance of having a system that's not just effective, but also efficient. By leveraging digital tools like my notebook, I minimize administrative overhead and maximize the time spent on actual productive work. Having these templates ready to go means that I can dive into the work with minimal delay. It's about reducing friction, making it as easy as possible to start and then reflect on each session. And after the session, I use the same template to jot down my quick review. This digital record not only helps me track progress over time, but also serves as a motivational tool, reminding me of the journey and the growth with each completed session. So if you're looking to adopt a similar approach, consider setting up your own digital or physical notebook with a template. It's a small setup effort that pays dividends in clarity, focus, and ease of use, making each work session more productive and fulfilling. Number 9. Reflections on achievements and looking ahead. Reflecting on my journey, it's almost surreal to think about all the dreams that have turned into reality. I've lived a life many would dream of. I became a professional musician, playing in some of the most luxurious hotels around the world, like the Ritz Paris, the Plaza in New York, and Adlon Berlin. I've had the privilege of meeting incredible people, royalty like the Queen of the Netherlands, global stars like Shakira, sports legends like Manuel Neuer, and opera great Placido Domingo, witnessing moments with them that the public rarely sees. I fulfilled my childhood dream of performing a concert with an orchestra and band. I then built a simple lifestyle business that's been providing for me with almost passive income for over a decade. I moved to California, embraced the beach life, and continued to explore my passions, like starting a YouTube channel and learning 3D animation. But amid all these achievements, I've learned an invaluable lesson. No single goal or accomplishment brings lasting happiness. Instead, it's the pursuit of new challenges, the thrill of the journey, that keeps the spark of joy alive. Each 90-minute session of focused work is a testament to this. It's these moments of progress, of overcoming the next challenge, that truly make me feel alive and fulfilled. And that's exactly what I'm embarking on once again. That's why I've created this new channel, Don't Overcomplicate It, where I'll share my next adventures, diving into new challenges, exploring what it means to live fully without getting lost in the complexity of it all. So, if you're looking to simplify your life, to find joy in the pursuit rather than the destination, join me. Together, we'll explore the beauty of taking on life's next adventure, one 90-minute session at a time. Thank you for being part of my journey so far. I can't wait to share where we're headed next. Subscribe